Are you confused about your career choices? Welcome to the Introduction to Career Counseling module. In this session, we will explore what career counseling is, why it is important, and how it can help you make informed career decisions. Have you ever wondered how a professional counselor can assist you in your career journey? The term counseling is often misunderstood and misinterpreted. In our daily lives, we frequently find ourselves either giving or receiving advice. What do you think is the difference between advice and professional counseling, and mistakenly call it counseling? However, there is a significant difference between giving advice to a friend or family member and receiving counseling from a professionally trained counselor. A professional counselor is someone who has acquired qualifications. Have you ever considered what qualifications a professional counselor might have, and is able to use a wide range of counseling approaches with their clients? The process of counseling involves a collaborative effort between the counselor and client, aiming to help clients identify goals and potential solutions to problems causing emotional turmoil, improve communication skills and coping mechanisms, become more confident, and promote behavioral changes and improve mental health. Often, counseling or therapy is associated solely with mental health or mental illness, and its relevance in educational or career choices is overlooked. Like many other life decisions that cause confusion, anxiety, and stress, making a career choice also induces some level of confusion, anxiety, and stress. Can you recall a time when you felt stressed about making a career decision, making it challenging for individuals to make a firm decision? Inputs from family and peers can often lead to further confusion. Career counselors are not only well-trained in analyzing career assessment reports, but also in understanding current and future employment trends locally and globally, enabling them to guide individuals in making wise career or educational choices. In modern society, counseling or therapy is utilized in several fields. How do you think career counseling can benefit you in today's job market? Some of which we will discuss below. Mental health counseling. Mental health professionals are either qualified doctors, like psychiatrists, who treat mental illness with medication and other treatment, or psychologists who have graduated with a master's degree in mental health or psychology. Psychologists provide therapy or counseling in educational, occupational, family, social, and industrial settings. Anxiety, stress, depression, addictions, and post-traumatic stress disorder, or PTSD, are some common psychological and emotional issues that counselors help individuals with. Counselors also work with couples, families, and groups. Vocational and career counseling. Career counselors guide individuals who need information about different careers and educational paths. Using personality and interest inventories and aptitude tests, career counselors help individuals to understand their own interests, abilities, values, and personality. Career counselors give guidance to students on the courses and educational pathways they need for particular careers. They help students in selecting the right universities and colleges for their chosen educational paths. Addiction counseling. Substance abuse and addiction counselors help clients who have addiction issues. Addiction counselors work with clients in groups or individually, and also in communities. The main goal is to help clients through stages of becoming sober and help with recovery. Addiction counselors also help clients rebuild careers, improve family and personal relationships, and find ongoing support in their communities. School counseling. School counselors provide support to school children to identify learning and developmental issues, career planning, and also any other psychological and emotional issues that may be interfering with their academic performance. They help parents of the students to understand the learning needs of the child so that parents can provide a good learning environment at home. School counselors are an integral part of the education system and play an important role in the holistic development of the child. Family and child counseling. Family counselors work with individual members of families and also families in group counseling to help them overcome relationship issues, mental health issues, behavioral issues, and so on. The purpose of family counseling is to help the family resolve issues and work harmoniously with each other. This process involves counselors working with parents and children to resolve issues. Family counseling is particularly helpful when a family is dealing with a physically or mentally challenged family member. Through counseling, families discover ways to maintain or improve their emotional life and behavior. Rehabilitation counseling. Rehabilitation counselors work with individuals with chronic illness, both physical and psychological, and help them integrate into society. They support families of such individuals to understand their needs and provide support. Rehabilitation counselors counsel and negotiate with clients and their families and collaborate with other professionals to help clients make emotional adjustments to their challenges, to determine eligibility for services, to develop goals, and to provide career guidance. Military counseling. War veterans require mental health support to readjust in society after retirement. Some counselors work with such veterans, active duty military personnel and their families, many of whom face a complex combination of psychological, physical, and economic issues and needs. Counseling is a professional process. It involves a client and counselor working together to explore difficulties which may include the stressful or emotional feelings of the client. Counseling involves exploring different viewpoints, seeing things more clearly, and finding solutions to a problem. Counseling enables the client to focus on feelings, experiences, or behavior, with a goal of facilitating positive change. Counseling is a relationship of trust. It is a confidential process. Professional counselors are required to explain their policy on confidentiality. Counselors are also bound by the law of the land and may have to disclose information under certain circumstances, such as if they believe that there is a risk to life. Counseling is not giving advice. It is not being judgmental. It is not trying to sort out the client's issues. It is not expecting or encouraging a client to behave in a particular manner if confronted with a problem in their own life. It is not emotional involvement with the client, and it is not perceiving the client's problems from your own perspective based on your own value system. In conclusion, counseling is a professional service that can be taken up by individuals, groups, including couples and families, and organizations to deal with emotional, psychological, and relationship matters. It can be used by individuals of all ages, such as children who have behavioral problems, late adolescents with educational and career concerns or substance abuse problems, adults facing marital or family difficulties, career changes or overcoming disabilities, and older adults facing retirement. Counselors work with groups to assist them in finding solutions to many such problems, as well as to improve the personal and interpersonal functioning of group members. Counseling psychologists also work with organizations to assist employees and employers develop and improve a work environment in which people can succeed, and to enhance the ability of organizations to increase productivity and effectiveness. An overview of career counseling. Career counselors help individuals to explore employment options, educational courses that will enhance career opportunities, and progressing in their chosen field of work. Career counselors are qualified and trained in counseling and sometimes in social work. Some therapists, social workers, and life coaches provide career counseling as well. Because of how varied the work is, it is difficult to give an exact definition of career counseling. Therefore, the definition of career counseling changes depending on who you ask. There are many terms used to refer to the field of career counseling. The most common ones are vocational counseling, career guidance, and vocational guidance. The definition has evolved over the years from matching men and jobs to meet the current and changing context and needs of individuals within society. With changing times, and as the field progressed, the purview of career counseling widened to include helping both men and women with their career and educational choices, and has also extended to include issues of decision-making, career adjustment, and career change. Career counseling is no longer restricted to one's initial job search. Its importance is now seen over the lifespan of careers and beyond. There is now sufficient research to show that career counseling is intertwined with social and emotional counseling. During the process of career counseling, the individual becomes aware of their interests, personality traits, as well as their aptitude and abilities, which helps not only with their career adjustment, but also with their personal and psychological adjustment. Globalization has also increased awareness about the importance of the cultural context and its impact on career and life choices. Career counseling, therefore, remains dynamic and evolving to meet the needs of society. The simplest definition of career counseling is the counseling activities related to meaningful and purposeful work. Some other definitions are as follows: a process that will help you to know and understand yourself and the world of work in order to make career, educational, and life decisions. Boise State University. Counseling with a focus on issues such as career exploration, career change, personal career development, and other career-related issues. Wikipedia. Counseling that provides career information resources, discusses career development, and administers and interprets aptitude and ability assessments. GoodTherapy.org. Advice and information about what type of job someone could do or how they could progress to a better job. Cambridge Dictionary. As mentioned earlier, career counseling is a professional process and is based on psychological theories and assessments. The assessments are used by counselors to help individuals make career choices, understand career problems, and explore opportunities. Career counselors have a range of theories, interventions, and assessments to choose from to assist their clients. Depending on the need of the client, the counselor may focus on different aspects of career, such as educational courses, career choices, job satisfaction, and also career development. Career counselors are trained in helping people with their career choices and career development. Even seasoned professionals sometimes need guidance to take a decision about the way forward. However, career guidance and counseling is taken up more often by high school students, young adults who have completed graduation, and are in search of avenues to increase their potential in job search. A good understanding of previous employment history, educational background, skills, personality, and interest is necessary to be able to guide the individual. Career counselors use ability and aptitude tests and interest and personality inventories to understand some of the above aspects. A face-to-face or online interview with the individual is also important to assess and guide the client. Career counselors must keep themselves updated with knowledge of the skills needed in various fields, current average salary in the field, and entry requirements of each field. After the assessment is complete, the career counselor will guide the client in finding a suitable match with a field that can utilize their skills, fits their personality, and meets their monetary requirement, as well as job satisfaction. A good career counselor will encourage their clients to research the suitable fields, job roles, average salaries, and career progression paths, etc. Therefore, career counseling is not always a one-time interview with the client. A follow-up appointment is also required. It is important that career counselors keep abreast with the current trends in employment and business fields, as well as developments in the educational field. To achieve this, they must further their own learning and involve themselves in the fields of social work, coaching, and vocational counseling in schools, etc. Theoretical approaches to career counseling. Career counseling is based on many different theories. Frank Parson, who is considered the father of modern career counseling, was one of the first to come up with a theory of career counseling back in 1909. His theory was a very simple one based solely on observation. The counselor talks and observes an individual and then matches them with the best career for them based on what the counselor observes. This forms the basis for many career counseling theories even today. There are theories still in use today, the following that are the most popular: trait and factor theory, theory of person-environment fit, learning theory of career counseling, social cognitive career theory, the cognitive information processing (CIP) approach, Holland theory of vocational types, Super's developmental self-concept theory, and Krumboltz's theory. Trait and factor theory. Trait and factor theory focuses on matching people's personalities with careers. An individual's personality is assessed by taking into consideration their abilities or aptitude, personal values, and occupational interests. The key steps to this process are studying individuals, surveying career options, and using true reasoning to match individuals with an occupation. One of the biggest criticisms of trait and factor theory is that it assumes that there is one career goal for everyone and that career decisions are based primarily on ability. In reality, many people do not have one career goal, as trait and factor theory suggests. Moreover, career goals keep changing from time to time. Also, ability is only one aspect of matching someone with a career. We also find that an individual may be interested in a career but may not be trained in that field. In such cases, they might just need some encouragement to get training. Critics find that this theory does not take the interest of an individual into consideration. The basic premise of the person-environment fit is the idea that if an individual has a positive relationship with his or her work environment, they will be satisfied in their job. According to Dawes and Lofquist, work includes interpersonal relationships, interactions, rewards, stress, and other psychological variables. A good work environment should address these psychological variables. In addition, the individual must be able to meet the requirements of the work environment. When the place and person match happens, it is called consonance, which is a win-win situation for the organization and the individual. 4 key points of person-environment fit are: work personality and work environment should be a good match. Individuals' needs are more important when deciding if the environment is a good fit. How well a person's needs match the environment, and vice versa, is a good indicator of satisfaction. Job placement is best done by matching the individual's personality with the requirements of the work environment. Krumboltz, Mitchell, and Galat were the first to propose the learning theory in 1975. This theory has 2 parts. The first part explains where career choices come from. The second part of the theory focuses on how career counselors can help people resolve career or job-related problems. According to this theory, an individual makes a career choice based on 4 factors. These include 1. Special abilities or genetic endowments, 2. Environmental conditions, 3. Events, learning experiences, and 4. Task approach skills. The key idea of this theory is that career choice is not based on just one thing. There are other factors which influence career choices. This theory also emphasizes that there is not one career that is best for a person. The theorists of learning theory advocate that an individual can grow into a career as long as he or she is willing to expand their skills and interests. The role of a career counselor, therefore, is not so much in job selection as it is helping people deal with career or job problems. Here we can note an overlap of individual therapy and career counseling. Career counselors using this theory may address issues such as burnout, change, relationships, obstacles to career development, and more. Lent, Brown, and Hackett purported social cognitive career theory in 1996. This theory is a blend of some aspects of social learning theory and cognitive theories. The 3 key components to this theory are self-efficacy, outcome expectations, and personal goals. Social cognitive theory focuses on helping people develop self-efficacy. Counselors also address outcome expectations of the clients. Outcome expectations are what the individual or client believes will happen as a result of their career actions. Lastly, Counselors help the individual address personal goals, which will help guide and sustain his or her behavior. The process of generating goals itself is also helpful for building up a sense of efficacy. Essentially, social cognitive theory is all about helping clients create a sense of self-efficacy related to career choices and issues. The Cognitive Information Processing, or CIP approach, was first introduced in 1999 by authors Peterson, Sampson, and Reardon. Their theory and research are described in detail in the pages of Florida State University. This theory focuses on the cognitive processes and problem-solving skills used by individuals in making career choices and decisions. As the name suggests, this theory is cognitive and rational in nature. The basic assumption on which this theory rests is the assumption that people make career decisions as a top-down process. CIP relies on 10 main assumptions. Career choices are an outcome of the interaction of cognition and affect. Making career choices is a problem-solving activity. The cognitive abilities and knowledge of the individual will determine how well he or she can address the problem and find solutions. Good memory skill is essential for career problem solving. Motivation is an important aspect. Career development depends on the individual continuing to grow and change their knowledge. Career identity is dependent on self-knowledge. Maturing in a career relies on the ability to solve career problems. The goal of career counseling is achieved by helping the individual enhance his or her information processing skills. The main purpose of career counseling is to help people solve career problems and improve decision-making skills. Critics of this theory point out that it only works with people who have full cognitive ability. It may not be suitable for someone who has a developmental or learning impairment, as they probably would not be able to think in this manner. This theory also assumes that everyone with full cognitive abilities always thinks rationally. However, from psychology research, it is evident that people rarely make decisions rationally. Decisions are usually made based on a combination of cognition, emotion, and environmental circumstances. Holland theory of vocational types focuses mainly on behavioral style or personality types as the major influence in career choice and development. It is structurally interactive. Common themes. Choice of occupation is an expression of personality and not a random choice. Members of an occupational group have similar personalities. People in each group will respond to situations and problems similarly. Occupational achievement, stability, and satisfaction depend on congruence or harmony between one's personality and job environment. 6 Holland types: realistic, work with hands, machines, tools, active, practical, adventurous. High traits: practical, masculine, stable. Low traits: sensitive, feminine, stable. Occupations: construction, farming, architecture, truck driving, mail carrier. Investigative thought, analytical approaches, explore, knowledge, ideas, not social. High traits: scholarly, intellectual, critical. Low traits: powerful, ambitious, adventurous. Occupations: biologist, chemist, dentist, veterinarian, programmer. Artistic, literary, musical, artistic activities. Emotional, creative, open. High traits: expressive, creative, spontaneous. Low traits: orderly, efficient, conventional, social, masculine. Occupations: artist, musician, poet, interior designer, writer. Social: train, inform, educate, help, supportive. Avoid technical skills, empathy, relationships. High traits: cooperative, friendly, humanistic. Low traits: ambitious, creative, strong. Occupations: social work, counseling, police officer, LPN. Enterprising, verbally skilled, persuasive, direct, leader, dominant. High traits: ambitious, adventurous, energetic. Low traits: intellectual, creative, feminine. Occupations: lawyer, business executive, politician, TV producer. Conventional rules and routines provide order or direct structure. Great self-control, respect power and status. Punctual, orderly. High traits: stable, efficient, dependable, controlled. Low traits: intellectual, adventurous, creative. Occupations: bank teller, clerk, typist, cashier, data entry. As the types are intuitively appealing, they can be easily shared with students. It helps students get oriented to the worlds of work that isn't overwhelming. It provides a helpful way of understanding varied work environments. According to Super's developmental self-concept theory, vocational development is a process of developing and implementing a self-concept. Vocational choices and behavior become more permanent and stable with the development of self-concept. People choose occupations that give scope for them to express their self-concepts. When an individual is able to implement their self-concept, he or she will have work satisfaction. When one reaches their actual vocational behavior that matches the expectation for that stage of development, then we can say that they reached a career maturity. Career maturity includes readiness and preparedness to cope with developmental tasks at a given stage. It is effective as well as cognitive. Almost all current career education programs are based on Super's ideas. The curriculums incorporate Super's ideas of career development and vocational maturity through gradual exposure to self-concepts and work concepts. Stages, growth, birth to mid-teens. Major developmental task is to develop a self-concept and shift from play to work orientation. Exploration, mid-teens through early 20s. Major task is to develop a realistic self-concept and explore vocational preferences through role tryouts. Choices start to gradually narrow down, leading to implementation of a preference. Preferences become choices when acted upon. Establishment, mid-20s through mid-40s, focus is on finding a secure niche in one's field and advancing within it. Maintenance, 40s through early 60s, focus is to preserve one's gains and develop non-occupational roles or hobbies. There is competition from new and younger workers. Career starts to plateau. Disengagement or decline, late 60s through retirement. There is a gradual disengagement and decline from workforce and preparation for retirement. May reduce to part-time to suit physical limitations. Development tasks. Crystallization, forming a general vocational goal. Specification, move from tentative to specific preference. Implementation, complete training, enter employment. Stabilization, confirm choice through work experience. Consolidation, advance in career. Implications of Super's theory for career counseling. Each stage has unique tasks. Counselors should help the individual identify the career development stage and set goals for mastery of the tasks required for that stage. Help student clarify self-concept. This will help in enhancing vocational maturity. Help them relate their self-knowledge to occupational information. Occupational options keep changing from time to time. Some become irrelevant. Counselors should give exposure to the students to a wider range of careers. Discuss lifestyle implications of career choices. Discuss the relevance of the subject studied in school. Discuss the importance of direct work experiences. Encourage students to take up internships in real worlds of work. Super's developmental view of career development in the context of the self takes into consideration possibilities of changes over time. This is very relevant in today's work environment. According to John Krumboltz's planned happenstance theory, one does not have to always plan, because sometimes unplanned events could also lead to good careers. John Krumboltz, an established career theorist, recently developed ideas about supporting indecision in clients. In his opinion, indecision is desirable and sensible because it gives an opportunity to clients to benefit from unplanned events. This theory is called planned happenstance. In a rapidly changing work environment and labor market, it is imperative that people learn to adjust, learn, and deal with the change. Krumboltz's theory supports this idea. Managing life transitions is considered to be an essential career management skill. Krumboltz's theory acknowledges and gives an insight on how to deal with the limited degree of control we have over some career experiences. The happenstance theory centers around the facts of unpredictable social factors, chance events, and environmental factors, which are important influences on clients' lives. The counselor's role is to help the individual take a positive approach to such events and work through the changes with a positive attitude. In particular, counselors should encourage their clients to explore learning opportunities with curiosity, develop persistence to deal with obstacles, develop flexibility to address a variety of circumstances and events, and develop optimism in order to maximize benefits from unplanned events. According to Krumboltz, people with these qualities are more likely to capitalize on chance events and turn serendipity into opportunity. Furthermore, Several other factors which enhance career management have been highlighted. The commitment to ongoing learning and skill development, ongoing self-assessment, assessment and feedback from others, effective networking, achieving work-life balance, and financial planning to incorporate periods of unemployment. Thus, the theories discussed above can help in gaining a better understanding of self and career. Counselors can use a combination of several theories to gain better insight. The theories, tools, and tests based on these theories can provide a ground for the counselor to help their clients in understanding their interests in a career path.